I want to ask you about Elon Musk. He's mocked you this morning for choosing censorship and propaganda over free speech and truth. What's your response to that?
Well, this is a bloke who's chosen ego and showing violence over common sense. I think that Australians will shake their head when they think that this billionaire is prepared to go to court fighting for the right to sow division and to show violent videos which are very distressing. He is in social media, but he has a social responsibility in order to have that social licence. And what has occurred here is that the E-Safety Commissioner has made very sensible suggestions. Other social media companies have complied without complaint. But this bloke thinks he's above the Australian law, that he's above common decency. And I tell you what, I say to Elon Musk that he is so out of touch with what the Australian public want. This has been a distressing time. And I find this bloke on the other side of the world, from his billionaires' establishments, trying to lecture Australians about free speech. Well, I won't cop it, and Australians won't either.
So what happens if the vision in question here isn't taken down?
Well, of course, there is a court order has been put in place. It's a sensible proposition. No one is above the law. Not Elon Musk, not any Australian citizen. When it comes to operating here in Australia, he has a business that gives him a lot of profit, and I just find it extraordinary that this bloke thinks he's above the law and above common decency. This shouldn't be a matter of the law. It should be a matter of people doing the right thing.
Can you get a meeting with him, or should moves be made to speak to him? Would you be even interested in that?
Well, I think our position is very clear, and Mr. Musk has made his position clear. This bloke thinks he's above everyone. Well, that's not the way that Australia operates, and we have sent a clear message across the board. Politicians in Australia across the political spectrum are backing the E-Safety Commissioner, and they're backing the E-Safety Commissioner because she's acting in the interests of common sense and in the interests of common decency.
Does the fact that he does not care though, does that show how weak laws are to try and stop him from doing what he's doing?
It shows how arrogant this bloke is. That's what it shows. But we'll continue to pursue. He had a loss in the legal system last night with this interim decision. And we will back the E-Safety Commissioner, as I'm sure every parliamentarian will. And Mr. Musk should be very conscious of the fact that Australians are united on this issue.
So apparently authoritarian leftists, they're everywhere, man. It's not an American thing. It's not an American phenomenon. They're freaking everywhere. And honestly, that's pretty damn depressing. You know, I would tell you, I would bet at least that Australian leftists are probably better looking than the average American leftist, but that's just a guess. But anyway, here's why they keep talking about Elon willfully showing violence to Australian children. You know, you guys probably saw that there was a bishop in Sydney who got stabbed by a terrorist while giving a sermon. And Australia, for whatever reason, wants the fact that a Muslim kid stabbed a Christian in a hate crime terror attack. They want that, for whatever reason, scrubbed from the public record. They probably are afraid of, you know, the left's favorite made-up term, Islamophobia. They're afraid they can't control the narrative, right? That's what it is. You know, I can't really find anything that explains their position on why they want it taken down. They just say they don't want violence shown. But my gut tells me you'd be able to find thousands and thousands of other examples of the same or worse kind of violence, probably readily accessible on other social media platforms all over Australia, right? For Australian people to see, or the Australians, as the e-commissioner wants to call them, you know, but that violence probably promotes a different narrative. I don't know. I don't know that to be a fact. That's just my gut. You know, leftists appear to be leftists regardless of how cool their accent sounds. And like any good leftists, these ones, of course, they just don't like arrogant billionaires. But let me know in the comments how arrogant you think Elon sounds. I mean, his point seems to be that news and video of this attack has been shown all over the entire world. And his question is, you know, should a country be able to censor content that is seen by the entire world? And if that's the case, he asked a great question. You know, where's the line? Should Russia be able to censor Ukraine-related content? I would imagine people would say no, you know, but these are all good questions. But anyway, these people are everywhere, man. And everywhere that they hold real power, there is less liberty. There's just no doubt about it. The only question is, when they have this kind of power, how do we stop them, man? But that's just my take, guys. I thought you guys would find that interesting. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you haven't already, be a part of our growth. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. I'll see you in the next one.